Let's take a look at how to do Docs assignment number 4. I am on my Google Classroom. I'm just going to use first hour to demonstrate this, but it'll be the same for all the other hours as well. I'll go to first hour, I'll go to classwork, and here's how this will work. This is Docs number 4. It's about lists, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways that we're going to create lists. And we're going to do 3 different kinds of lists, 2 different ways. If you do all that multiplication, there's 6 different lists that you're going to make. All right, so it's Docs number 4. It just so happens that for this movie, it's happening on a Tuesday. But Docs number 4 list, and here's what you've got. You've got the, this is the Google Doc that you'll use for the assignment. This one is a help page. I'll click it here for a minute, if I can get that to load up. And here it comes. There we go. So the step-by-step instructions for everything that I'm about to do is on this page right here. But I'm not going to read that to you. You can pull that up and look at it if you want to. But I am going to spend my time just showing you how to do the assignment. So I'll come over here to this document right here. It says number 4, bullets and numbers. Those are different kinds of lists we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and for me as a teacher, I've said this before, I have to click File and click Make a Copy. You all will not have to do that because Google Classroom will make the copy for you, and so you don't have to do that File, Make a Copy thing. There are 2 different ways that you could have to make a list. One is when the text is already on the page, and the second one is when the text is not on the page yet. On this assignment, we're going to tackle both of those. We're going to do lists that use text that's on the page already. It's already typed. It's already there. You just turn it into a list. And we're going to do some lists where it's not on the page yet. You have to think it up and make the list and just make it as you go. So here's our first example. It says a bulleted list, and the text is already here. It's kind of like a grocery list. Milk, bread, cheese, combos, Twizzlers. Who would go to the grocery and not buy Twizzlers? So those are grocery store items there, right? Okay, so the first thing you would do, if you're working with text that's already on the page, you would select all that text like I just did. Use your mouse, or if you're using your Chromebook, that's fine as well. And then you would come up here to the bullets list. Right up here, bulleted list, right? And so drop that little menu down, and you'll have 6 choices to begin with. Dots, arrows, stars. You could do anything you want. I'll do stars for right now, so I'll go ahead and click that. And this would be good enough. You could be done with that list and move on if you want to, but I'm going to show you one more thing. If you would like, I'm going to come over here and click on one of these stars. It doesn't matter which one I click on. You could click on any of them, and it wouldn't have to be stars. It could be dots or arrows or whatever. But I'm going to click on one of them. It selects all of them. And then I'm going to go to the Format menu up at the top. I'm going to go to Bullets and Numbering. And then I'm going to go to List Options. And I'm going to go to More Bullets. I'll let that sit there for a second so you can see it. All right, that's Bullets and Numbering, List Options, More Bullets. And now I'm going to go ahead and click there. Let me pull this box up a little bit. All right, well, what this does is get you into a treasure box of bullets that, they weren't available on that little button that's up at the top of the page. And I'm going to switch this up a little bit. This says symbol arrows, and you could switch either of these. I'm going to keep this set on symbol, but I'm going to switch arrows to, and I think I'll go to miscellaneous, but look at all the different things that you could investigate there. There's math bullets and braille bullets and emoticons and game pieces, and gosh, you could go anywhere you want. Musical's fun. I'll just click miscellaneous, and now as I scroll through here, oh look, I found this whole bunch here that's like, oh look, there's pigs. I could have bullets that are pigs, or camels, dromedary candles, which by the way have 1 hump. I could have a rooster, or there's a number of things in here, right? There's little globes right there, the earth. So yeah, let's go with, oh gosh, so hard to decide. Let's go with cat. I'm a cat lover. I have 2 cats and I like them. So I'm going to say, what if I want my bullets to be cats? I'll just click that, and you can see right over here that my stars just turned into little cats, and so there we go. So the only thing I was showing you there is you could select those bullets, go to the Format menu, go to List Options, Bullets and Numbering, List Options, More Bullets, And look, there's all kinds of stuff in here. You could investigate around here and look at any of those that you feel like you might want to look at. Okay, so well, let's move on. Boom. Now, the next one is a numbered list. And the text is already here. So I'm going to select Mercury down to Pluto. Pluto has a question mark because scientists can never decide, is it a planet or not? Gosh, we don't know. Oh, so whatever. All right, so it starts like this. You go up to the top toolbar where the numbered list button is, and I'm going to drop that down. Now, there's not a bunch of like fancy fun numbering systems, but there are 6 different numbering systems here, and you could pick any of the 6 that are here that you might like. I'll do this one that has what they call leading zeros with it, so I'll go ahead and click that, and I just turned that text into a numbered list, and that's all there is to that one. Okay. Now, let's take a look at our next thing here. And I'm going to do this. It says multi-level list. I'm going to click by the M on multi-level list, and just to make demonstrating this a little bit easier, I'm going to press enter, 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 enter. You can do this too if you want to. I'm just going to push it down. All I was doing there is pushing it down past that page break. I just wanted all of this stuff to be on the same page. That's all I was trying to do. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got here. This says Taylor Swift, and then you see Snow on the Beach, Willow, and You Need to Calm Down. Now, those who are Swifties will know that those 3 are all Taylor Swift songs right there, right? So you have, this is kind of like a heading, Taylor Swift, and then you have 3 of her songs. Then it says Olivia Rodrigo, and Traitor, Brutal, and Driver's License. Those are all Olivia Rodrigo songs. And then it comes along and says Luke Bryan, and then you've got Play It Again, Most People Are Good, and That's My Kind of Night. And those are Luke Bryan songs. Okay, well, so here's what I want you to do on this one. Select all of this, everything from Taylor Swift down to That's My Kind of Night. Start off by giving it some style of numbering, whatever style you want. Any of these 6 is okay. This is the numbered list button, so just give it a style of numbering, whatever you decide you would like to use. Any of these are fine. I'll go with this second one right here that has the little parentheses. All right. Now, don't leave it like this, because now it just goes from 1 to 12, and that's not what I want on this assignment. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to click right next to the S and Snow on the Beach, and the way I'm going to do this, there's other ways to do it, but the way I'm going to do this is, it's called, I'm going to promote this over. Well, the way I'm going to do it is hit the tab key on my keyboard. And you can do that on your Chromebook too. Your Chromebook has a tab key, and my computers have a tab key. So I just hit tab, and you see what happened right there. Snow on the beach, Snow on the Beach. Snow on the Beach just got scooted over, and so it's 1A. And I'm going to click by the W in Willow, and I'll tap the tab key, and I'll click by the Y and You Need to Calm Down, and I'll click the tab key. So you see what we're doing here. It's like an outline. You got Taylor Swift is our first artist, and this is ABC. Those are examples of Taylor Swift songs. Okay. Now, our second artist is Olivia Rodrigo, so I'm not going to do anything to Olivia Rodrigo right there. I'm just going to click by the T in Traitor, and I'll hit the tab key on my keyboard, and the B in Brutal, and I'll hit the tab key, and the D in Driver's License, I'll hit the tab key. So I've got a 2A, 2B, 2C. That's what I want that to look like. Now, here's one last thing. We've got number 3 to do down here, Luke Bryan. Sometimes people ask this question. Does it work if I do this? Can I select all of those, all 3 of those, and then press the tab key? Well, let's find out. I hit tab, and look, it does. So I selected all 3, Play It Again, Most People Are Good, and That's My Kind of Night. I tapped the tab key one time, and it scooted them over and made them A, B, and C. So this is what this multi-level list, points and subpoints, that's what it ought to look like. Taylor Swift, ABC, Olivia Rodrigo, ABC, Luke Bryan, ABC. Right? Or if you used a slightly different numbering system, it might look a little bit different than that. All right, now let's go on. Here's kind of the second half of the assignment. On these up here, on all of these, with the bulleted, with the like the grocery list and the planets and the songs, the text was already on there for you. Well, all right. So this on this bulleted list on the fly right here, I want you to make a list of 5 or more items, at least 5. Pick a bullet first from the menu up at the top, and then type the list. You're going to have to make this up. It's not. Don't do anything hard. Just make it easy. All right. So I'm going to click in here, in this empty space right in here. I'll go up, this is a bulleted list. Okay, so I got to pick some kind of bullet. All right, well, let's just go, I don't know, I'll just go dots. I'll just be like kind of basic here, and I'll just go with dots. So I'll do that. And you'll see the dot pop on there. And now I need 5 of something, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do some colors. That's really easy. I'll do red. You press enter, and as soon as I press enter, you notice there's already a bullet there because I turned the bulleting feature on. So this is what I want you to do. I'm going to say blue. I'll press enter. I'll say green, and I'll press enter. I'll say yellow, and I'll press enter. And every time I hit enter, it adds another bullet. And let's go orange, and I'll press. Now watch, that's 5, and I'm done. That's all I wanted to put on there is 5. 5's enough. So when I press enter, it puts another bullet on there, but I don't really want another bullet. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to press enter again. Pressing enter a second time, do it twice in a row, enter, enter, and that will turn off the bulleting system that you've got going. And now I could start typing again. There wouldn't be any more little dots in front of the text anymore. That's a 5-item bulleted list. All right, cool. Let's roll this down. The next one's going to be a numbered list on the fly, which means on the fly just means you got to make it up. You're going to make it up yourself. The text is not there for you. You're going to make it up yourself. All right. Well, let's just do. I'm just going to do school subjects. But you can come up with your own thing. You can do whatever you want. But before you start typing, come up here to the top and pick a numbering system. Which one do you want to use? It doesn't matter to me. Pick whatever you want. I'll just use this first one right here. It's really basic, but I'll just use this first one right here. So I'll just click it, and you'll see a number 1 appear on the page. All right. So school subjects, right? Language arts. Sorry. When I press enter, it gives me a number 2 automatically. Science. When I press enter, I get a number 3. Let's go math. Let's go social studies. And when I press enter, I should probably try to spell that a little bit better. Social studies. And when I press enter, I get a number 5, and we'll just go, well, let's just do this class. Business IT. All right, now when I press enter here, if I hit the enter key, it's going to put a number 6. I don't really want a number 6 because my list is over. It's done. So I'll just press the enter key again. That's kind of the trick to that. Hit the enter key a second time, and it turns off the numbering system that I had turned on, and I just have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a quick and easy numbered list that I typed myself, and I did it on the fly. On the fly means it's numbering while you go. All right, now our last one is going to be multi-level list on the fly. It's going to kind of be like this thing we did up here with Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo and Luke Bryan, but I'm going to make up some different ideas, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. First of all, to do this one, you would start with a numbering style, any numbering system or any numbering style that you want. I think I'll do this. This is Roman numerals here. This middle one on the second row is Roman numerals, so I'll turn that on. All right, so I'm going to begin with MLB teams. Now, just making sure we know, MLB is Major League Baseball, right? These are baseball teams. So when I press enter, it gives me a number 2. That's a Roman numeral 2, but I don't want this to be a Roman numeral 2. I want it to be like a 1A kind of thing. So I'm going to hit the tab key before I ever type it, and it scoots over, and it puts a letter A right there. And I am a Cubs fan. The Cubs have been kind of hot lately. All right, I'll put the Reds on there because they're doing, better than people expected this year. And then we'll just say in the National League East and say Brewers. All right, so this will be enough. I've got that's like a topic with 3 subtopics, right? Look at it. Major League Baseball teams, and you could, that could have said foods, and you could have done pizza, chicken, and steak, right? Or you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do Major League Baseball team. You can do whatever you want. Now watch what happens here. When I press enter, it gives me a letter D. I don't want a letter D. I'm done with baseball teams. So I'm going to press enter again, and it kind of hops back. It hops back over to the left, and it gives me a Roman numeral 2, and that's what I want. All right, so now I'm going to go with NBA, and this is going to be basketball. So I'm going to say NBA teams, and I'll press enter. As soon as I hit enter, it gives me a Roman numeral 3, but I do not want a Roman numeral 3 right now. I want this to be like a 2A. Well, you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to hit the tab key, and so I'm going to put the Pacers on there. they're hopefully up and coming. Let's put, who shall we put on there? Let's give a nod to the Nuggets, who won their first championship. And then we'll just put the Lakers on there. Those are all 3 NBA basketball teams. So every time I put a team on there, I press enter, and it just kind of automatically went ahead and marked them A, B, and C as I went. Now, when I hit enter right here, it's going to put a letter D. I do not want a letter D. So I'll press enter again. It's going to put a Roman numeral 3. That is what I want. All right, and I'm going to do NFL, National Football League teams. But again, you can do your own 3 ideas, right? You could do foods and colors and drinks, or, you know, whatever you come up with, animes or whatever you want. When I press enter, it puts a Roman numeral 4, but I do not want a Roman numeral 4. I want a 3A. So I'm going to hit the tab key, and it scoots over and gives me that letter A. And I am a Colts fan, hoping for something much better than last year. I'll hit the enter key, and we'll go with the Rams. I don't know. I'm just kind of picking these up. And press enter, and we'll go with the Broncos, another interesting team this year. All right, now watch the end of it here. This is the very last thing. I'm going to press enter. It's going to give me a letter D. I'm done with this. I don't want a letter D. I'll press enter. It's going to give me a Roman numeral 4. I do not want a Roman numeral 4. I am finished with this because I have 3 topics with 3 subtopics, and that's what I'm assigning you. I want, you know, kind of a 3 and 3 combination. I got Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, and underneath each one of those I have an ABC. That's what I want. So I'm going to hit the enter key again, and then that cancels out the numbering system, and I'm back to regular typing in Google Docs, and so there it is. So just do a whip through here with me here. This bulleted list, the text was already there. All you got to do is turn it into bullets, any bullets you want. The planets are already there. All you got to do is select it and number it. And then this one with Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, and Luke Bryan, it should sort of look like this, where you got 1, 2, and 3, but underneath 1, 2, and 3, you've got like an A, B, and C for each one of those categories, like I've got right here. Then when you're on the fly, you're making up the list yourself. You go pick out your bullet style, and you type and press enter, and type and press enter, and type and press enter, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Same thing down here. You turn on a numbering style, and you type and press enter, type and press enter, type and press enter. And then down here, we're going to wind up with something similar to what we had with the singers up above. You have like a topic with an ABC subtopic, and then a second topic, ABC, and a third topic, ABC, and those can be anything you want them to be. Folks, that's it. That's how you do the assignment. It's lists of 2 different kinds. Well, 3 different kinds, 2 different ways. All right, go get them.